if you could put some context into this game, like how much of an impact is this going to have? Because the sky's falling for the Chargers, but you're here to bring some levity. Like, where is this truly at right now?
I mean, I don't have them making the playoffs, to be completely honest. If Mike Williams was here, I would have been like, yeah, no, I think they can make the play, but they have some deficiencies on defense. Offensive line isn't clicking. They make too many mistakes, and then penalty. I mean, everybody saw on Monday night there was like, I don't know what it is about primetime games and the referees trying to kind of implement themselves into them,
Yeah, it was
but
a
there was a
sloppy,
lot of
boring game, other than the drama at the end. To be honest,
yeah, there was a lot of flags being thrown, but that's the funny part. That's why somebody asked me, "Do you think the Bears game is going to get flexed against the Chargers?" I'm like, "No. Why would you flex them?" I mean, honestly, regardless of what people think about the Chargers, they're one of the most entertaining teams in the NFL. You don't know what you're going to get with them. I mean, it's like Forrest Gump said, "Life is a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get." That's literally the Chargers. Like one game, Herbert could go off for 400 yards and 3 touchdowns and win the game, like in Minnesota, and other games are going for it on fourth down and people are losing their heads. Another game like yesterday, but I just think it's going to be a tough loss, especially because you were setting up potentially a spot like a game next Sunday or this Sunday against the Chiefs for the number one spot in the division, and now you don't have that. Now you're playing catch up again, and it kind of feels like the Chiefs are slowly starting to pull away. Especially after that Chargers loss, you feel like the Chiefs are starting to pull away, and the Chiefs aren't playing great football. To be completely honest, the only time that they've scored over 30 points, I think, is that game against the Bears. Other than that, they've struggled to put points on the board. Their defense playing great though, but now the Chargers are playing catch up. They have some tough games coming up, and this next 4 games, if they don't go at least 3-1, I just don't see
oof.
how you can survive, especially with some of these teams. I mean, the Jets are still there. I mean, everybody wants to get on Zach Wilson, but Zach Wilson and that defense has them at 3-3. You see Aaron Rodgers kind of coming back slowly but surely. Then you have the Houston Texans. The Colts are even still kind of, even though they got blown out by the Texans, but the Jaguars. The Jaguars are good. You have the
Well, let's
Bills. You have yeah.
let,
You have good teams.
let's lay out where this is at right now. So Chargers sit at 2-3. I will say there's a lot of mishmash, a lot of 3-win teams in the league, including the
Yeah.
Raiders somehow, which is unfathomable. But for the Chargers, these next 4 games, specifically this next month, you brought it up at Kansas City, which, by the way, they still have to play them twice. That starts next Sunday at Arrowhead. You got the Bears. You got to go to the Jets. And then you got to play Detroit. How do you see this ending up these next 4 weeks?
1-3. I
Seriously.
say, yeah. The Bears are going to give him a hard time. Justin Fields is going to run around. He's going to do. I mean, you know what? No, I'll say that one. I'll say they'll get the Bears. But see, this is the crazy part about the Chargers. Like they could lose to they could lose to the Cowboys on Monday, but they could hit the Chiefs on Sunday, and everybody be like, "Oh crap, okay." And by the way, I already did my research. Taylor Swift will not be at the game, so she'll be in Miami for a concert. So there's hope for them at that point. But
This man cross-referenced the tour schedule.
Exactly. Exactly. Uh, hey, you gotta do your research, but I just don't know. I mean, as of right now, the way this team is constructed, the way this offensive line, the receivers aren't really clicking except for Herbert and Allen. Austin Eckler's coming back from that ankle injury. How long is it going to take him to get going? The other weapons just haven't stepped up, and that's hurting the Chargers. And I know everybody's like wanting to blame Herbert, but you have to look at everybody else on this, all the receivers, and I mean, they're not that good. I mean, they don't have the weapons that maybe they've had in the past. So I mean, that's really hurting them right now.